From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. Wildfires have forced some 8,000 people in Saskatchewan to leave their homes, and that number is expected to grow. Premier Scott Moe says there is more dry weather in the forecast.
The next 4 to 7 days are absolutely critical until we can find our way to a change in weather patterns and ultimately a soaking rain throughout the north.
In Manitoba, military planes have been brought in to help evacuation efforts due to wildfires.
The city of Flin Flon has already been evacuated. A large blaze is very close. There have been no structure fires so far, but there is a concern the wind could shift and drive flames into the city. In the nearby community of Cranberry Portage, officials have now issued a mandatory evacuation order and the main highway out has been closed. In Cross Lake, more flights to Winnipeg are expected today, adding to the 17,000 Manitobans who have already been forced to flee their homes. Steve Lambert, The Canadian Press, Winnipeg.
Canada Post workers gathered in 13 cities across Canada today, holding rallies to raise awareness of the ongoing labor dispute between their union and employer. A letter carrier from Nova Scotia is calling on the public to rally behind postal workers and protect the essential public postal service by calling their member of parliament and voice their support for workers.
We are not a drone, we are not a number, we are a public service, and we need to be in the public and we need to be sharing our message with everyone.
Canada Post has described the escalating tensions as an impasse in efforts to reach a new collective agreement. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says it is inviting Canada Post to a fair, final, and binding arbitration process to resolve the ongoing dispute. A joint funeral has been held for 2 teens killed in a crash that left 5 dead near London, Ontario. Teenagers Olivia Rourke and Danica Baker are being remembered for their contagious smiles that could light up absolutely everything. They were killed last week alongside 2 other girls, Rowan McLeod and Cadence Ford, and their coach, Matt Eckert, when their sport utility vehicle collided with another SUV and a transport truck. The 5 were on their way home from a softball tournament at the time. And Edmonton Oilers fans are once again living the dream with a second straight Stanley Cup final after eliminating the Dallas Stars on Thursday. And there's been no shortage of local support. Warren Salanpa's home is protected by a hand-painted fence depicting Oilers jerseys and flags. A sign reads, "Honk if you want the cup," which Salanpa says doubles as an alarm clock.
I got up the other morning and it's like 6:45. I'm just laying up there and the window's open and then like, should I get up or not? And I just hear this guy walk by, "Let's go Oilers." And 15 minutes later, someone honked.
The Oilers will take on the Florida Panthers in a rematch of last year's finals. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays host the Athletics for the 3rd of their 4-game series this afternoon at the Rogers Centre. Toronto's on a 3-game win streak, having won the first 2 games of this series 12-0 and 11-7. Braden Fisher gets the start for the Jays. Adriana Leon scored twice in a 4-1 win over Haiti in a friendly, sending longtime Canadian midfielder Desiree Scott off in victorious celebratory fashion. The 37-year-old Scott took to the international pitch for the last time, her 188th cap in her hometown of Winnipeg. She'll continue to play club football for Ottawa Rapid of the Northern Super League. Canada is scheduled to host Haiti on Tuesday in Montreal. The Indiana Pacers look to advance to the NBA Finals tonight when they host Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks. And Canada will be playing the United States for gold today at the World Para Ice Hockey Championship in Buffalo, New York. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.